single flame can light a million more.
Let's see, we're on to amp number 6. We're going to look at Jim's 667 here. Jim said that he wanted the most bang for the most buck out of this box. And when it come in here, it did about 550 watts. And now we got it doing about 750. A couple of things that are different with Jim's amp is that it's got a switchable drive unit. Jim asked me to add him a fan, which we did. We added a high flow fan to the bottom of this thing. Got that all mounted up. As of course, ran the wire through a grommet and then heat shrink the cable so it was all nice and protected from heat and getting banged against. And the other thing we did is I took the 2290 driver out and I replaced it with a 2879. Now the reason I did that leads into his first goal. Is he wants to make this amp run cool and he wants it to pull less amperage. So the other thing I did is I lifted the bias on this because he doesn't ever talk sideband with this box. So now it's in class C all the way through. The driver's section, the two final amplifiers are now all in class C, which will make it pull about 25% less amps of current. And as you can see, this thing's going to run on about 55 amps worth of current, 60 amps worth of current. So we've shaved off 23 or 24 amps off the operation of this. By going to the bigger drive final, instead of using a 2879, we're only turning, or instead of using a 2290, we're using a 2879. Is the 2879 and the 2290 pull the same amount of current, except the 2879 puts out almost double the amount of power. So in this particular configuration, instead of fully energizing that transistor and making it pull its full load, we're only using half of the transistor's potential for its outputs. Therefore, our amperage is half of what a 2290 would be, while still achieving the same amount of output wattage, if that makes any sense. Let's get on with this. This is like amp number 6, and I got like 12 I want to go through today alone. So I'm going to have to keep on hustling on. We also set this up. I added a pad resistor on the inside of this so he can use either a 30 watt radio or he can use a 100 watt radio. For the sake of the video, we're just going to shoot it with the 100 watt radio. We're going to use the 955, which is actually 85 watts. We're running on 14 volts today. It's going to be a 1000 watt slug in PEP, 1000 watt slug in average, 5 watt slug in reverse, back from the Bird 10,000 watt dummy load, the Striker 955, and of course the 5 watt slug sitting between the radio and the amplifier that will represent input tune. We're going to show this in full operation mode with the dial watt all the way open, the dial watt button off, the actual low button, which they call delay. We're going to leave that off and the preamp off. All the lights now work. I had to replace the dial watt light, which I'm so glad RF Parts finally got new incandescents in that I can order from them. Let's see, the other thing I did to this was the power mod. I bypassed the fuses on the back, which will make it pull about 4.5 to 5 amps less and make it put out about 10 to 15 watts more. Let's see, did I do anything else? Oh yes, I changed the input capacitance on the two drive sections. I took away the 1200 puff capacitors and replaced them with the 330s, which will make it a little bit more sensitive to the input tune, brings the transformers a little bit more into resonance, and allows the same amount of drive to come from the 2879 driver that is only producing half the wattage that it could to drive these sections a little bit harder, which is allowing us to get more output power. Okay. Everybody got that? Whew. All right. let's hit this puppy here real quick. First off, God, you can tell I'm in a hustle mode. First off, we're going to show input power. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Okay, so we're going to hit this about 80 watts of drive, which most 667s, you hit them with 80 watts of drive, and they're going to fry up and burn and curl up in the corner and go, ow, quit it. Okay, look. Hello, hello, hello. 720, 700 bird peak, and we're looking at about 220 on the bird average there. Hello, 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 BBI. The dial-a-watt is working. Hello, hello. Run our dead key up and down as we see fit. Now we're going to actually put in the delay, which is sideband mode. Hello. Of course, that puts a resistor in line for the input. Hit the actual dial-a-watt button. It's medium. Hello. And then we're going to add the delay button in, which is low. Hello. 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 And of course, we can reach back here and flip this switch, which takes the drive section completely out of the equation, turns this thing into a straight 4-pill. Hello. Hello. 200 watts. Come back up onto medium. Hello. 500 watts. Come back up onto high. Hello. And it's just with an 80 watt radio hitting it. Jim, this is about as best as we can make it with what we got to work with without getting too overly carried away. That's it, man. You're done. You're off to the races. I'm going to put the tins on it. I'll get a shipping quote and it'll be out of here on its way back to you on Tuesday afternoon. Gentlemen, my name is BBI. Without a shadow of a doubt, I am the biggest mud duck in Idaho. Come check us out, www.bbiamps.com. Come find me on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and of course YouTube, obviously, because that's where you're watching this video. Appreciate your all support. Click subscribe if you get the opportunity. Hey, on to the next one. Another dude, 10 ain't straight. My ass is on to the next one. I'll see you. Bye.